Tell me about your son Alexander's death.
Alexander Jentzsch, my only child, died at 27 years old. He had served in the C organization of the church for 16 years. And he died of methadone and pneumonia. Methadone and a cocktail of other drugs. And he had had 3 purification rundowns in the church. I mean, the church is anti-drug. He grew up in a culture where you don't take drugs. And there he was, lying in the Los Angeles morgue at 27 years old. And the Church of Scientology chose not to inform me that he was dead.
How did you find out that your son had died?
I got a Facebook private message from a stranger. And it said, "I hope you know that Alexander's dead." And I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I thought they must mean he were his father in his 70s, you know. People don't normally die at 27 years old. Alexander Jentzsch died because the Church of Scientology had him disconnect from me in their toxic disconnection policy. It's a shunning policy. And what it is if you are deemed a suppressive person, someone who disagrees with the Kool-Aid and the toxic policies of the church, you are deemed to be an antisocial personality.
How did Alexander disconnect from you? What happened?
Well, I found out and got wise to a lot of church atrocities. And I started posting on the internet anonymously. My screen name was War and Peace. I gave a lot of clues as to who I was. I mean, being on the ship with Hubbard, I told very few people could be who I was. I gave a lot of clues. OSA found out who I was and created some hate websites on me. First hate website was saying War and Peace is Karen de la Carrière. And Alexander Jentzsch, this crossed the line with me. Alexander Jentzsch picked up the phone and said, "Mom, come and look at this site called War and Peace." And I could hear Osa in the background, hear all these voices. He says, "Mom, they're telling me that you are attacking the church." And I said, "Alexander, if you want to play this OSA game, I'm going to disinherit you." This was, can you believe this was just about the last live conversation we had? They set up my son to point me to a hate website. And the anonymous comments took data out of my confessional folder and put it on the web and made it internet business. I served the church for 35 years. I gave money to the church. I slave labored for the church. I did my $10 a week, no days off, no annual leave. I worked for that church. And when my son died, they did not have the decency to call up the phone and tell me, "Your son is lying in Los Angeles morgue." They set him up against me. They set him up to disconnect from me. The reason he's dead now is because he never saw a doctor and he never got antibiotics for his pneumonia. The Church of Scientology has blood on its hands. Blood, they're killers, they're murderers. The Church of Scientology killed my son.